Hey guys, welcome back with yet another video on Ricky Hottie Agri. Today we are going to discuss what is fruit and its different classification and many other related terms. This video is most important and informative, so you need to watch the whole video as it contains important points. So let's begin, guys. A fruit is the edible and more or less juicy product of a tree or plant and consists of the matured ovary including its seeds and adjacent parts. Usually fruits are sweet with a wide range of flavors, colors and textures. The ovary tissue undergoes a series of complex changes which result in the development of the tree. This one is the structure of fruit. The layer below the exocarp is known as mesocarp, and below the mesocarp the internal portion of the fruit is known as endocarp. Seed is present inside the endocarp. Mesocarp, exocarp and endocarp are commonly known as pericarp. Seed coat collectively known as seed. Next we talk about parthenocarpy. In some plants, fruits can also develop without fertilization. This is called parthenocarpy. The fruits which develop from parthenocarpy are seedless. Parthenocarpy occurs in banana, watermelon, grapes, and many others. In this picture, the first one is parthenocarpic orange, and the second one is parthenocarpic watermelon, seedless watermelon. As I told earlier, what is pericarp? So pericarp is after ripening the ovarian wall changes into pericarp. This pericarp may be thick and fleshy or thick and hard or thin and soft. The pericarp has three layers. The three layers together form the pericarp which surrounds the developing seed or seeds. This one is the structure of pericarp. Which one is collectively including under this exocarp, mesocarp and endocarp. Next we talk about the three fruit layers. First one is exocarp, second one is mesocarp and third one is endocarp. Exocarp is the outermost layer, mesocarp is the middle layer and endocarp is the innermost layer. Next we talk about the classification of fruit, which one is most important. We can discussing here various kind of fruit classification as like based on climatic requirement, based on salinity tolerance, based on the acid tolerance, based on ethylene evolution and based on the rate of respiration, based on the photoperiodic requirement, based on longevity and based on the morphological basis. First we talk about the based on the climatic requirement. In this, the fruit is three types: temperate fruits, tropical fruits and subtropical fruits. First one is temperate fruit. They are grown only in place where winter is distinctly cold, require as exposure of specific chilling temperature for certain period without which they do not flower. These fruit plants are generally deciduous and stand frost. Example of temperate fruits are apple, almond, peach, pear, plum, strawberry, apricot, persimmon, cherry moya, pecan nut, walnut, hazelnut, cherry, pistachio and kiwi fruits and many others. Second one is tropical fruit. Tropical fruit plants are generally evergreen and extremely sensitive to cold. They do well under lesser functions of diurnal temperature, light and dark periods. They require a moist, warm climate but are capable of withstanding dry weather in some cases. Example of the tropical fruits are mango, banana, papaya and sapota. Next part is subtropical fruit. The fruit crop grown under a climatic condition between temperate and the tropical are known as subtropical fruit crops. They may be either deciduous or evergreen. and are usually able to withstand a low temperature but not the frost. They are also quite adaptive to functions of light and dark period during day and night. Some subtropical fruit plants require chilling for flower differentiation, as like grapes, citrus, durian, jackfruit, etc. Next, we talk about the classification of fruit based on the rate of respiration. In this, fruits are two types: climacteric fruits and non-climacteric fruits. The first one is climacteric fruit. Climacteric fruits are defined as the fruits that enter climacteric phase after harvest, that is, they continue to ripen. During the ripening process, the fruits emit ethylene along with the increased rate of respiration. Examples of climacteric fruits are mango, banana, sapota, guava, papaya, apple, fig, peach, pear, plum, ananas, and tomato. Next one is non-climacteric fruits. Non-climacteric fruits, once harvested, do not ripen further. Non-climacteric fruits produce very small amount of ethylene and do not respond to ethylene treatment. Non-climatic fruits examples are citrus, grapes, pomegranate, pineapple, lychee, ber, jamun, cashew, cucumber, cherry, and strawberry. Next one is the types of fruit classification of fruits based on the ethylene evolution. In this we see the table in which the first column shows the class, in second the range at 20 degrees centigrade ethylene per kilogram R, and in third one the name of fruits. In this the very low ethylene evolution is less than 0.1, range at the 20 degrees centigrade ethylene per kilogram R. Under this the fruits are citrus, grape, and pomegranate. The second range is low ethylene evolution. Second class is low class ethylene evolution. In this 0.1 to 1 per kgr. In this the pineapple fruit is consist over here. Third one is the moderate class, 1 to 10. Under this banana, fig, guava, mango comes. Fourth one is high class, 10 to 100. Under this avocado and papaya fruits are comes. And the last one is very high ethylene evolution, more than 100 ethylene per kg are under this passion fruit and Next we talk about the classification based on photoperiodic responses. In this we can see this diagram, effect of photoperiod on flowering. First, this one is a comparison between the short day plant and long day plant, and different criteria are follows. In first one is the long day, second one is short day, and third one is interrupt night. In this we can see the noon is short and the midnight is long. They called is short day plant, where the short day plant is flowering and long day plant are not flowered. Short day plants. These plants require a relatively short daylight period, usually 8 to 10 hours, a continuous dark period of about 14 to 16 hours for subsequent flowering. In short day plants, these plants are also known as the long night plants. Next one is the long day plants. These plants require longer daylight period, usually 14 to 16 hours in a 24-hour cycle for subsequent flowering. These plants are also called the short night plants. And next one is day neutral plants. These plants flower in all photoperiod ranging from the 5 hours to 24 hours continuous exposure. Next we talk about the classification based on the photoperiodic response. In first column is long day, second column is short day, and third column is day neutral. Long day fruits are passion fruit, banana, apple. Short day are strawberry, pineapple, and coffee. And day neutral are papaya and guava. Next we talk about the classification based on relative salt tolerance. In this, the three categories are divided: highly tolerant, medium tolerant, and highly sensitive. In highly tolerant, date palm, bear, amla, guava, coconut, khirni are comes under highly tolerant. In medium tolerant, pomegranate, cashew, fig, jamun, and falsa. And in highly sensitive, mango, apple, citrus, pear, strawberry are comes. Next, we talk about the classification based on relative acid tolerance. In these three categories, highly tolerant, medium tolerant, and highly sensitive. Under highly tolerant, fruits are strawberry, raspberry, fig, bale, plum. And under medium tolerant, pineapple, avocado, and lychee comes. And in highly sensitive, none of the fruit comes under this category. Next, we talk about the classification based on the longevity. In this, the first column shows longevity, second one is years, and third one is fruits comes under category. First one is very long longevity, more than 100 years, and comes under this date palm, coconut, and areca nut fruit. Second one is long longevity, 50 to 100 years, comes under this mango and tamarind. And third one is medium longevity, 10 to 50 years, and lychee, guava, and pomegranate fruit comes under this. Next one is short day longevity, pineapple and banana comes under this. Now we will discuss the questions based on the above topics. Here we give 4 options. First question is, when the male and female flower are present in the same inflorescence, this occur in which among the following fruit? So answer of this question is mango. In which among the following fruit the pistil matures before anther? Coconut, fig, mango, and pecan nut. Answer of this question is fig. Next one is, which fruit comes under the class high ethylene evolution? Citrus, grapes, papaya, and sapota. So answer of this question is papaya, which comes under the class high ethylene evolution. Next question is, which among the following fruit continue to ripen after harvest? Options are pomegranate, citrus, grape, and sapota. Answer of this question is sapota, sapota fruit continue to ripen after the harvest. Next one is, which among the following fruit is high acid tolerant? Strawberry, raspberry, bale. So answer of this question is all of these. Strawberry, raspberry, and bale, all of 3 fruit comes under high acid tolerant category. Next we talk about the classification of fruit based on the morphology. Under this, the first topic is true fruit. A true fruit is one that develops only from the ovary. Examples of true fruits are mango, coconut, and jejifus, and many others. This one is a diagram of true fruits. Next one is false fruits or pseudocarp. In some fruits, it is not the ovary that form the fruit. In fact, some other parts of the flower like the thalamus, inflorescence, calyx are modified to become a part of the fruit. These types of fruit are called the false fruits. Examples of false fruits are apple, strawberry, pear, quince, and many others. This one is a floral diagram. These are the parts of the flower. The colored petals are known as corolla. Stamen is male part. Ovules, eggshells are female parts. And the base of the flower green color sepals are known as calyx. Here we can see the true fruit and false fruit. Example of true fruit is grape and example of false fruit is apple. In the false fruit diagram, we can see in this the fruit is not formed through its ovary. The edible part is formed by the fusion or swelling of its other flower parts. And in true fruits, the fruit is developed from its ovary. Two criteria for classification of fruit. The first one is the carpel present in gynoecium are free or in a fused state, and the second one is one or more flower takes part in the formation of fruit. Next we talk about the classification of fruits on morphological basis. Under this, three categories are: first one is simple fruit, next one is aggregate fruits, and the third one is multiple fruits. Now some terms need to be discussed. Monocarpellary ovary. Monocarpellary ovary is ovary with one carpel. Multicarpellary ovary, ovary with more than 3 carpels. The term pistil is used in a similar manner to carpel. Syncarpous ovary. The flower with syncarpous ovary have more than one carpel. However, these carpels are fused. Example of this, the flowers of tomato and mustard. Next one is the apocarpous ovary. The flowers with apocarpous ovary have more than one carpel. These carpels are free. Example of apocarpous ovary is lotus and rose flowers. Here we can see the apocarpous ovary. It have more than one carpels and these carpels are free, but in syncarpous ovary more than one carpel present but fused. Next is position of ovary. The first one is superior ovary. When the floral parts are inserted on the receptacle below or on the same level as the ovary, you can see in the first diagram. And the second was in inferior ovary, when the floral parts appear inserted on the top of the ovary. Next we talk about the ovary position. In this, the first one is inferior, known as epigynous. Second one is half inferior, known as perigynous, and third one is superior, known as hypogynous. Next we talk about the simple fruit. These fruits develop from the monocarpellary ovary or multicarpellary syncarpous ovary. Only one fruit is formed by the gynoecium. In this flower, that first portion is gynoecium and surrounding this that portion is androecium. These colorful petals are corolla and the other one is calyx. Here you can see the dry fruits, false fruits and fleshy fruits. Next is types of simple fruits, fleshy fruit and dry fruit. Fleshy fruit, a fruit in which the wall becomes soft and pericarp fleshy at maturity. In fleshy fruits, the fruit wall is differentiated into epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. These fruits develop from the superior or inferior syncarpous gynoecium. The first one is the epicarp, the tomato fruit. No, this one is the berry. berry type of fruit. Second one is mango, drupe type of fruit. Third one is cucumber, papo type of fruit. Next one is the orange, hesperdium type of fruit. Next one is apple, pome type of fruit. And the last one is pomegranate, balusta type of fruit. These are the simple fleshy fruits. Next one is the types of fleshy fruits are berry, drupe and pome. Berry. Berry consists of the compound ovary, one or more carpel with one or more seeds. The ovary wall pericarp is fleshy. Example of flesh berry is papaya, tomato and banana. This one is the picture of tomato. The outer skin is exocarp. The fleshy interior is mesocarp and seeds are present over here. Berry. Most of pericarp is fleshy. This one is the tomato example of berry fruit. Two special type of berries are hesperdium and pepo. Hesperdium means this is a special type of berry in which a leathery rind forms the containing oil. Hesperdium is many chambered fruit from a syncarpous pistil where epicarp and mesocarp unite to form the separable rind. Many juicy hairs develop from the pericarp, which constitute the edible part of the fruit. This one is a diagram of lemon, citrus lemon, an example of hesperdium berry with a leathery rind. Under this you can see the outermost is leathery rind exocarp with oil glands in pits, and in the slice cut you can see the carpal section locule filled with juice filled hairs. Next one is pepo. This is a special type of berry in which a relatively hard rind is formed. Pepo is a false fruit. Pepo is fleshy fruit like a berry from an interior syncarpous pistil. Seeds remain attached in series to the placentae. Pepo has usually a tough rind. Example of pepo is watermelon and cucumber. This one is the example of pepo, a berry with a hard thick rind. This one is watermelon, Citulus linatus, variety linatus. You can see the exocarp with thick rind and fleshy mesocarp. Next one is drupe, a one-seeded simple fruit developed from a superior ovary in which the innermost portion of the wall endocarp becomes hard and stony. The outermost past exocarp becomes a relatively thin skin. The middle portion between the skin and the stone mesocarp becomes either fleshy or fibrous. Example of drupe is cherry, coconut and walnut. Because of the extra floral bracts or husk, walnut is sometimes called drupes, but it is best called as nuts. This one is example of drupe, fleshy fruit with a stony endocarp. Next one is pome. Pome is a false fleshy fruit from the syncarpous pistil surrounded by the thalamus. Thalamus forms the main edible part of the fruit. Example of this pome is apple. This one is the example of pome, ovary surrounded by the fleshy hypanthium. Next one is dry fruit. Fruits in which the coat becomes dry at maturity. Dry fruits are of two types, dehiscent fruits and indehiscent fruits. These are the dry fruits. Dehiscent fruits. Dry fruits which at maturity open by the definite natural means to shed the contained seeds. These are of three types: legumes, follicle and capsules. Legumes. Dry dehiscent fruit developed from one carpel and at maturity splitting along both the dorsal and ventral sutures. Example of legumes are beans and peas. Follicle. A dry dehiscent fruit developed from one carpel and at maturity splitting along only one suture. Example of follicle is larkspur and columbine. And capsule, a dry dehiscent fruit developed from the several carpel. Example of capsules are cotton and okra. In this diagram you can see the first one is diagram of legume bean and the second one is capsule of poppy. This one is the diagram of follicle, one seed bearing carpel. In this you can see the seed with the tough or fine hairs at one end, and in the second one is carpel. When the completely opened, the carpel resembles a leaf. In this diagram, the first one is unopened legume. This one is one folded carpel, and the second one is legume split open. And this is the one carpel and two seams. This one is a capsule with 3 carpels and 5 carpels. First one is 3 carpel and second one is 5 carpel. Next is indehiscent fruits. Dry fruits which do not open when mature to shed their seeds. Many of this group are one-seeded fruits. Types of indehiscent fruits are achein, nut, samara, grain, and schizocarp. Achein. A one-seeded dry indehiscent fruit. The one seed is attached to the fruit wall at a single point. Example of achein is buttercups, dandelion, and sunflower. Next one is nut. A dry indehiscent one-seeded fruit similar to an achein but with the wall greatly thickened and hardened. Example is chestnut, oak, hazelnut, and walnut. Because of the extra floral bracts or husk, walnut sometimes called as drupes. Samara. A one or two seeded dry indehiscent fruit in which part of the fruit wall grows out into a wing. Example is maple and ash. Next is grain or caryopsis. A one seeded dry indehiscent fruit in which the fruit walls and the seed coat are fused. Example of this wheat, corn, and grasses. Next is schizocarp, a fruit formed from several carpel, each carpel of this pistil enclosing a single ovule at maturity. The carpel separate indehiscent fruits. Example of this is the mallow, wild carrot, and dill. This one is a diagram of achein, fruit of sunflower. This one is a diagram of caryopsis. This one is a diagram of samara, a winged achein. In the first one is the Ailanthus, known as tree of heaven, a single samara, and the second one is acer, known as maple, a double samara. In the Ailanthus, you can see the pericarp containing seed, and in maple, you can see the pericarp is one-seeded. This one is a diagram of schizocarp of sweet fennel. First one is umbellate and second one is schizocarp, splitting into two indehiscent sweet-bearing carpels. So this was all about today's videos. I hope you will go through all the mentioned points that are really important. We'll be meeting soon in the next video. Thanks for watching.